You are the only man I have ever loved.
Once upon a time, there was a castle in a faraway land. And in the castle lived a very spoiled princess.
You are the only man
The
I have
princess
ever
got
loved.
absolutely everything she ever wanted. A golden maned pony. A candy cane bicycle. And even a diamond-covered dress, which she never even
You are the
wore.
only man I have ever loved.
One morning, the princess woke up with a greedy look in her eye. "I want a golden ball, Daddy," she said. "Of course, Sugar Lump," said
You
the
are the
king,
only man
"anything
I have
for
ever
you."
loved.
The king called his head goldsman and said, "Melt down our finest golden statue to make this ball immediately." "Yes, your kingship," said the head
You are the only
goldsman.
man I have ever loved.
Soon he came back with a magnificent, shining golden ball for the princess. The princess snatched the golden ball and rushed outside to the garden.
You are the only man I
But
have
she
ever
tripped
loved.
over. The golden ball flew out of her hands, high up into the air. Then it came down and landed with a big splosh right in the middle of the garden
You are the
pond,
only man I have ever loved.
and sank straight to the bottom. "Oh, fiddlesticks," muttered the princess. Then the strangest thing happened. "Knee deep," said the frog.
You are the only
"Oh,
man
you
I
can
have ever
talk,
loved.
after all," said the princess. "Yeah, course I can talk. Now, do you want your ball back or not?" "Oh yes, I
You are
do,"
the
said
only
the
man I have
princess.
ever loved.
"Okay, then," said the frog, "but there's one condition, knee deep." "And what's that?" replied the princess. "If I get
You
your
are the
ball,
only
you
man
must
I have
promise
ever
to give
loved.
me a kiss in return," said the frog. "Kiss a frog," snorted the princess, "ew. That is disgusting. You're all green and slimy
You are
and
the only
yucky and
man I
horrible.
have ever loved.
Never in a million years would I kiss you. No way." "Suit yourself," replied the frog,
You are the
knee
only
deep.
man I have ever loved.
And he hopped back onto his lily pad in the middle of the pond. The princess spent the next half an hour splashing, waiting, and scooping for the ball. Without
You
any
are the
luck.
only man I have ever loved.
"You sure you don't need my help?" said the frog. "Oh, all right then," grunted the princess, "my golden ball in exchange for one yucky froggy kiss."
You are the
"Knee
only
deep,"
man I
said
have
the
ever
frog.
loved.
He plopped into the water and quickly came back with the ball. "And now for my kiss," said the frog, but the princess just snatched the ball from the frog.
You are the only man I
She
have
set
ever
off
loved.
as fast as she could towards the castle. But there was something the princess didn't know. You see, the king had been out walking in the garden and he had seen and heard everything. "And where do you think you're going, young lady?" said the king. "Daddy," replied the princess. "It looks like you promised this frog a kiss. And we should always keep our promises. So." "Oh, but Daddy. He's so slimy and green and yucky looking," she said. "A promise is a promise," said the king. So, the princess went back to the pond. There was the frog, sitting on his lily pad. He had a big smile on his face. He hopped over to her. She huffed and puffed and held her breath. And then she said, "Ew." But finally, the princess bent down and gave the frog a wet, squelchy kiss on the lips. Suddenly there was a loud bang. When the smoke cleared, the princess was amazed to see an exceedingly dazzling prince. "Golly gumdrops," said the princess, "I wasn't expecting that to happen." The prince smiled and told her that a wicked witch had turned him into a frog many years ago. And the only way to break the froggy spell was a kiss on the lips from a true princess. "Oh, prince," said the princess, "I'm sorry for being so horrible to you and saying ew. I had no idea you were a prince." "My darling," said the king, "it doesn't make any difference if he is a prince or a frog, or a spider for that matter. You should treat everyone as you would like to be treated." And that is where this froggy fairy tale ends. Except to say from that day, the princess changed and was kind to everyone she met. The prince and the princess became the very best of friends. Sometimes they went for a walk by the pond. The princess laughed loudly when the prince used to say, "Knee deep, knee deep."